Hey YouTube community, this is Honors256 and welcome back. It's 12:33 p.m. and I wanted to talk some football here, mainly because what happened around the league. Go to ESPN.com for help. Actually, tonight there was a game. There was the Giants played the Colts, and the Colts just slaughtered the Giants. I mean, the only way I think you can honestly stop the Colts, I think as the third best team in the AFC, is you got to put pressure on Andrew Luck. He'll kill you. I mean, let's look at what he did exactly. He threw for 354 yards and 4 touchdowns. And guess who he went to? T.Y. Hilton. That's right. T.Y. Hilton has been an absolute target for Andrew Luck as he just develops into an elite quarterback. I mean, you have a feeling if the Colts make the playoffs, not if, but when, how dangerous Andrew Luck is going to be, because if you remember last season, when they played the Chiefs, they were down by like 30 points or something like that, and Andrew Luck willed them back. I mean, that's what a good quarterback will do, and that's what an elite quarterback will do, especially going through essentially the fix my camera here. Oh shit. The trials and obviously tribulations of an AFC playoff game. That was a wild card game at that. So Andrew Luck is incredible with a good offensive line, and I believe the Colts are rather healthy in front. So they're a fucking dangerous team. Some more football to point out. The Rams beat the Niners 13-10, and I think that game was at Levi Stadium. I'm not sure. Let me see the recap here. See here. Santa Clara, California, yeah. So that was in Levi Stadium. And here's another team you look at. The San Francisco 49ers are now 4-4 in the NFC West. The Seahawks won, which sucks because the Raiders played a really, really tough game against them, and the Raiders lost. Even though I hate the Raiders, it would have been nice for the Seahawks to lose again, because they are the defending champs, and everybody's gunning for them. And the Seahawks are not the same team that they, like I'll say again, or if I didn't say it, the Seahawks are not the same team they were last year, and a lot of that has to do with the guys that left the team. 2 of them went to Jacksonville and are playing with a struggling Jags team. That's another team I would love to talk about, is the Jacksonville Jaguars and what Blake Bortles trying to do over there, but they haven't been able to get over the hump in terms of winning games. I had them as a sleeper team this year, but maybe that prediction is dead wrong. I don't know, but I still really like Blake Bortles. They're a 1-8 team. They're going to play the Bengals. That's going to be a very tough game. But if we look at the teams they played, like Philadelphia, like the Eagles, they lost 34-17. Redskins, they lose 41-10. The Colts just beat them like a goddamn drum, 44-17. San Diego 33-14. But then they started playing a little better, 17-9 against Pittsburgh. They lost to Tennessee. That was a heartbreaker for them, 16-14. They beat Cleveland 24-6. Lost to Miami 27-13, and lost by 10 points to the Bengals. Next up for them is Dallas. So, the Jags have quite a ways to go. Let's talk about the most important team, I think. And that's the Denver Broncos. Denver went into Foxborough. We were 5-1. I believe we were 5-1. No, sorry. Take that back. We were 6-1 going into a very, very, very tough Foxborough, and Peyton Manning career in Foxborough is very it's not good. It's like, I think Tom Brady is up 7-3 or something like that all time, but maybe it's a little different. But Peyton Manning struggled. Somehow Belichick gets that defense playing at a very high level because they didn't look good those first 5-6 games of the season. The Patriots were all banged up on the offensive line. So they've really patched things up there. And I wanted to say a lot of holding was in that game. A lot of missed calls were in that game. None going against Revis, of course, because there were not any dirty plays or any bad calls against Revis. He's a shutdown corner, and he gets that respect. But there was some bullshit calls going on, and the Broncos got hometown. Now, that's no excuse for them getting whooped as bad as they did. They just were not on the same page offensively throughout the game. Denver could not get the run game going, even with Ronnie Hillman. And they struggled. I mean, I watched a little bit of it, and then I listened to it on the radio, and they just were making bonehead mistakes, not playing Bronco football at all. They went to Welker. Manning found Welker quite a bit. Manning had a really good day aside from 2 picks. And one of those picks, Ninkovich took it all the way to the house. But losing 43-21, there's a lot of concern, especially in the ESPN article, if you read any of that, whether Denver's a legit Super Bowl contender defensively. I think they had an off day. And what this is going to do, as the season plays out, I believe, if Denver just puts this in their rearview mirror like they should, we'll be facing those goddamn Patriots in the AFC Championship, I think, just like last year. Although I don't think it's going to be a 10-point victory this time. I think we're going to win by a solid margin because Denver's going to play hungry. For whatever reason, they just did not play good football. Manning, like I said, had 2 picks, kind of uncharacteristic, but he struggled in Foxborough. And if you really want to quote some statistics here, here's something. It says he also has that mastery over Manning, referring to Brady, who fell to 2-7 at Gillette Stadium, even though he threw for 438 yards and 2 touchdowns. He has at least 2 touchdown passes in 14 consecutive games, an NFL record, which we're talking about Peyton Manning here, a first ballot Hall of Fame quarterback, throwing 2 picks in a very hostile Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts. Randall LaFell was a standout for the Patriots. For some reason, Denver was not keying in on LaFell, and I don't know why, because I was listening to the game, and almost every completion was to Brandon LaFell. And the Patriots, as much as I hate them, they always have guys that step up. Julian Edelman was targeted, I think, quite a bit as well. And Rob Gronkowski just tore us up. That system of Tom Brady going to his tight end is pretty dangerous, especially if you're going to cover the outside wide receivers. The tight ends will get open. And Denver just did not establish really a tone. I guess I didn't watch the first or second quarter, but I heard in the first quarter we were up 7-3, but couldn't contain the momentum. Denver has to get back to what it was doing when we beat the Cardinals. Make sure I'm saying that right. Make sure it was the Cardinals. Yeah, when we beat the Cardinals 41-20, we battered them up pretty good. But you're looking at the NFC West as the best division right now. Not right now, but the best division in football. Even though the records wouldn't suggest that. I mean, if we look at the NFC West, the best team is the Cardinals, and Denver beat them 41-20. So I'm sitting here thinking, okay, second toughest schedule in the goddamn league. Denver's already beaten Arizona. We've beaten the Niners. We do not play the Rams until November 16th. So we have a date with the Rams. So that's the second toughest schedule in one of the best conferences, the NFC West. And of course Denver's in the AFC West. But the NFC West, Denver has had to face San Francisco, Seattle, and Arizona. That's 3 teams from a conference that won the Super Bowl. The Seattle Seahawks won the Super Bowl, and the Seattle Seahawks have lost 3 games this year, and I still don't think they're going to go to the Super Bowl. They might get to the NFC Championship, but I think a team like, let's go with the Cardinals, will knock them out. The Saints haven't looked good. Carolina hasn't looked very good. Atlanta's abysmal. Tampa's bad. Detroit's been impressive. Green Bay is still Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. And you got Jordy Nelson. Minnesota's been a disappointment. The Bears have been a very big disappointment. Redskins haven't looked good. The Giants got just demolished tonight by the Colts. Dallas still looks good even though they've lost 3. They're 6-3. Headed into a game with the Jags, which they'll win. The Eagles are 6-2. The Patriots are 7-2 in the AFC. Buffalo's 5-3. Miami's 5-3. Miami's really played a lot better football. The Bengals are still the Bengals. Pittsburgh has been impressive. They've been winning a lot, and that's my second favorite football team. And what Roethlisberger did to the Ravens, it made me so goddamn happy because I don't like the Ravens one bit. The Ravens, I think, are still a dangerous football team at 5-4. The AFC North is looking pretty solid. You got 5-4 Baltimore, 5-3 Browns, 6-3 Steelers, 5-2 Bengals. Then you go over to the AFC South and it gets a little tricky. You got the Colts who are 6-3 because Luck has just been playing outstanding this year, and that offensive line to protect him. But it was really the defense tonight that stepped up huge for the Colts. Houston is 4-5. They're still in the thick of things. Tennessee doesn't look good at 2-6. Jacksonville 1-8. I'd like Jacksonville to win more games because I really think Bortles is a great quarterback that's still a rookie, but he's learning. Denver, we're fine. I mean, we're gonna play. We get the Raiders next, and I think we'll be fine. Chiefs are 5-3. San Diego's 5-4, and Oakland's 0-8. So the AFC West is good. The AFC is looking pretty good. The NFC is looking rather weak, aside from that 7-1 Arizona and the 6-2 Detroit, 6-2 Philly, the 6-3 Dallas, and New Orleans is not very good, but they own the division, so that's pretty sad. The 5-3 Seattle. And that's pretty much it. The AFC just looks like a better conference right now, I feel, than the NFC. But I can see why some would argue that the Cardinals right now are the best team in football. I mean, they have a 7-1 record. But then again, look at what Denver did to them. That's a regular season matchup, and the Cardinals are maybe a pick to win the NFC Championship. If they keep playing football like they have been and can convince me. The Rams is going to be a tough game, though, because the Rams, I think, played pretty goddamn well against the Niners. Although it was bonehead play calls by Harbaugh and company. So, talking a lot of football, I would also like to talk some goddamn college football. The Buffs, man. Oh my god. Like, just not even a roller coaster explains the Sea Buffaloes this year. It's very tough because I'm a huge CU fan and we haven't gone to a bowl game in 10 years. And I know I say that a lot, but it means a lot to me for the Buffs to actually go to a bowl game. And this year, it's not going to happen. And it's very discouraging and it's very frustrating that Colorado just cannot find a rhythm. They lost the Huskies 38-23. I didn't even watch the game. they have been competing. That's the thing, but they don't know how to finish yet, and I don't know what it is. It's a tough schedule, too. I mean, the Rams were a good team, and they beat us down. Massachusetts, we beat, but by a little bit. Arizona State, we competed 38-24. We lost that football game. We beat Hawaii 21-12. We would go on to lose in double overtime to Cal 59-56, and a double overtime game with shitty play calling at the end. We lost to the Beavers when we had the lead. We got slaughtered by the Trojans. We lost in double overtime to number 25 UCLA. I mean, that was a heartbreaker and a half because that's 2 double overtime games lost. That could have translated to wins. The Buffs could be sitting at 4-1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 right now with a chance to go to a bowl game, but nope, they're 2-7, and it's really disheartening that the coach McIntyre has these guys playing really well, and yet we can't get the W's. It's just very, very tough, and the back end of the schedule is super tough. Number 12 Arizona, number 5 Oregon, number 17 Utah. No big deal, right? Those are some tough football teams, and I hate to say it, but the Buffaloes, if they're 2-7 right now, there's no reason why they can't be 2-10. Yeah, 2-10, and that really sucks. Beyond sucks. My Wolverines are 4-5. They've been disappointing me all season long, but they did get a win over Indiana, 34-10. They get Northwestern, Maryland, and the Buckeyes. If they can win 2 games, Northwestern they could probably beat, and Maryland they could beat. They can go to a bowl game at 6-5. Actually, they'd be 6-6 because there's no way in hell we're beating the Buckeyes. As much as I hate that goddamn team. So college football on a whole, for my teams, has been a very big disappointment. And that's all there's to say. I can't wait for basketball season when that rolls around, but right now I'm just trying to find things out, get settled in. It was day 1 today, get a job, make some money, and, cook, have some food, enjoy the rest of the NFL season. And so thanks, YouTubers, and please check out my channel at Andres256. Have a great night. I wish my brother would have edited my video that I made a couple weeks ago, because that would have been nice just to put on there for you guys to watch, because new material is always good. This is Andres256. Peace and out. You guys have a great night.